Welcome back, guys.
Yep.
I'm just like you. Obviously, my name's Doomy, and we've got my co-host Junior here.
What's good? What's good? What's good?
How we doing? So, kicking it off. Obviously, we started off with episode 1 on self-awareness. Now we're going on to self-discipline. Quite important topic. I think they follow each other in the sense that one's the building blocks for the other topic. Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. Here we go. Audience, give us a round of applause.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Here we go.
We're going to drop some gems on you guys. Remember, we're not experts. We're not saying we're experts. This is just a conversation we're having.
Life journey. What works for us.
Yes. Contact us if you ever need anything or want to talk about something or even want to come on the show. We're down for that. But here we go. Self-discipline.
Okay, so I'm going to kick it off with what it means to me.
Okay.
And then you can share your perspective after that. So self-discipline, as we said, obviously, it follows on from self-awareness, right? So self-awareness is pretty much about knowing yourself and trying to improve self.
Yeah.
And self-discipline is trying to stay in that lane.
Yes.
So it's all the practical things that you're doing to stay self-aware and keep improving yourself.
Yeah.
So it's little things. You're basically making like small decisions every day or big decisions every day to stay in the light of who you truly are or what you're trying to be. Now, what you're trying to be bit is quite pivotal, to be fair, because I think it involves, you need to know, well, first of all, the platform is you need to know where you're trying to go, or where you're trying to go, and then what you're trying to be, right? And then with that, then you need to figure out what you need to be doing to become that person or to be where you want to be. And that involves repetitive actions and consistent action that needs to be taken for you to get there. So that's self-discipline in a nutshell for me. What about you?
Like obviously we talked about self-awareness. Self-awareness to me is having the vision of where you want to go. And for me, self-discipline is manifesting where you want to go. Yeah. They say wisdom is the application of knowledge. I say knowledge is self-awareness. The application of your knowledge is self-discipline. Yeah. Self-discipline picks who your friends are. It picks what you do in your time. Self-discipline picks where you go, your routine. Self-discipline helps you take those steps to get to your vision, which is how you see yourself or how you want your life to go, or if you want that career, or if you want that job, or you want to get that degree. That's that vision. Discipline is saying, how do I get there, and putting steps down to get there. So yeah.
Sweet. Okay, cool. So then in terms of like talking about the principles of self-discipline, this is going to be different for everybody else, but I think the fundamentals is still going to remain the same, so to speak. Like in terms of like the fundamentals and the principles, one aspect that is very important, I think, right, is keeping at what you're doing. Like, because there's a lot of distractions. We talked about that like last episode, right? We live in an age of social media. People have got a 10-second attention span, right?
Yeah.
But then now it's a case of, okay, cool. So you're thinking about, right, what am I supposed to be doing today? That's going to get me where I want to go.
Tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow. So then anything that's not related to that is pretty much a distraction. Yeah. But as you know, as we know, right, distractions are easily attended to. Yeah. Right? So you've got to just keep making those decisions like every day to try to figure out, okay, cool, is this going to help me, right, or is this going to hurt me in terms of where I'm trying to go? Yeah. Right. So one important fundamental is like basically you need to stick to what you're doing. Obviously, you may have to pivot, right? But as long as you stay focused on what you're doing and take consistent action towards trying to get that there, then you will 100% you will get there.
Okay. So speaking on staying on track as well. So discipline for me helps you stay on track because, okay, if you want to, let's just say, It helps you stay on track because discipline is picking steps to get to where you want to go to. But the discipline part of it makes your life very simple. Like, for instance, if Jimmy's a big guy, Jimmy used to go to gym. Yeah. One thing that discipline is going to have with him, if for him to achieve the muscle that he wants to achieve, is to say to himself, this is what I want to achieve. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I'm going to work out. What my workout plan? Discipline is staying with that workout plan and keeping on it. When he's doing those nights, when he's training a lot, he's going to meet people that train as well. He's going to make friends that train as well. His time is manifested. How he eats, how everything that he does, he has to be disciplined in order to get his results. So for me, staying on track is with discipline. You got to find things that help you and consistently do them. Yeah. Consistently. There's gonna be days when you don't want to do it. There's gonna be days you wake up and you say, I don't want to do it today. Don't beat yourself up for that. That's normal. It's a human thing. But just staying consistent to a point where it takes 21 days to make a habit.
Yeah.
Then that habit becomes a lifestyle. Then that lifestyle becomes a character trait in you because you change automatically as a person.
Yeah.
So staying on track, you need to do those things. Staying on track until you get to a point where it becomes a habit, then becomes a lifestyle.
This is it, man.
Where you do it without even thinking.
Yeah, that's what it is. And then, it's just that basically self-discipline is just is a catalyst for getting what you want. It's really the foundation of what you're trying to do, really. And then after that, it's a case of, like Junior said, it becomes a habit, right? And then once it becomes a habit, it could be buried into your subconscious where you don't actually have to think about it. So the question is not, like, for example, we're going back to the gym thing, right? Because obviously we've talked about this, so he knows exactly what the process that I go through. But like, the difference between someone who's self-disciplined in a certain aspect, and that would have been like me in the gym scenario, for example, would be the questioning. The question that I ask myself, like on a day-to-day basis, would have been, instead of saying, am I going to go to the gym today? The question is, what am I training today?
Yeah.
It's a subtle shift in questioning yourself. So it's not, am I going to do it or not? It's, what am I going to do today? Like, I'm going to do it for sure, but
I think the great way, how I believe in how you speak to yourself.
Yeah.
Makes you saying, am I going to train today? Is kind of like you're looking at how you feel.
You're already telling yourself, like, let's not do it.
You're looking at how you feel. Yeah. Saying what we're training today is a different perspective. It's like, we're training today. No matter what happens, we're training today. If I'm going to train today, there's an if in there, You're thinking about it now.
Yeah.
I think it's very important, 100%, very important to be self-aware of what you want to do. Write down a vision board, as we said. Look at what the points that we said in the last episode about finding yourself, your strengths and your weaknesses. Figure out those things and be disciplined to implement your vision. The discipline will implement your vision. One thing I will say to you, as Dumi said, the attention span of everyone these days is quite limited, right? I feel like sometimes we want to do everything and be everything. You see someone doing something, you already want to do that. A jack of all trades never masters anything. Someone that tries to do everything will never be great or master at anything. Pick one thing and go for it. And then maybe if you achieve that goal, then you move on to another goal. It's better to focus on one or few more, like 1 or 3 things, than focus on 10 things at one time. Because in order for you to get something in life, you got to give something.
Yeah.
It's
a trade.
The bigger the goal, the more you have to sacrifice.
Yeah.
And you can't distribute your energy too much because you're never going to get there, or it's going to take you longer to get there if you don't focus on the major goal. Whether your goal is to be a better dad, a better businessman, whether it's to be a stockbroker, whatever you want to do, you got to put a lot of time in it, and you got to balance your time and balance everything. But yeah,
man. So, and then another important principle, right, is that you have to remember that, like, it's usually, like, something worth getting is always slow progress. So the self-discipline, right? The self-discipline aspect of it is, basically what you're doing is you're laying down the foundations and the building blocks to build that building slowly to get where you want to be, right? Because obviously there's the saying that Rome wasn't built in a day, right? Well, it's because you take one brick, you lay it down, and you come back another day, take another brick and lay it down, and that's basically the metaphor. There is that you're doing things like on a daily basis, or however you set it out. So I don't know, maybe it might be Monday to Friday or something. Daily is better because like it gets ingrained into your system.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Let's call it. You just started maybe, I don't know, maybe doing it like 3 times a week or something, or twice a week.
Yeah.
As long as you stick to that, right? You're dropping your bricks. You're taking your bricks and you're laying them down.
Yeah.
And nobody can ever tell you any different because obviously you know yourself. Like as long as you've done it and you keep doing it, it will grow, right? And then on top of that, because what happens after that is, whilst you keep on doing these things, right, you then start becoming better at doing what you're doing. Then you start finding smarter ways of doing what you're doing.
Yeah.
And then the process then starts to become faster.
Yeah. So you intend, like, instead of laying 1 brick, you might be laying 2 bricks now because you find the easier way of doing it, and you're getting better at it. Yeah. So I get what you're saying, but 100%, like me when I was 17, I had a 5-year plan. That was my 5-year plan of knowing what I want to do in my life and who I wanted to be. And I have achieved everything in that 5-year plan. When I hit 23, I graduated. I'm in the job that I wanted to be in. And in that 5-year plan, I also wrote stuff like, if I didn't achieve that at this certain point, then I'm gonna swiftly change and then change my vision. Kind of like have a plan B type of thing. Adapt. Yeah. But there's one thing is, I had a vision, and then I sat down and said, how do I get there? And I wrote down processes for every day. You know, I said I wanted to read the Bible 4 times. I wanted to read the Bible every year at one point, and I did read it like 4 times in 4 years. I said I wanted to graduate. I graduated, but the thing is writing it down and thinking of steps of how to get there. It's like the SMART plan thing that they do. But 100%, I'll say to everybody, if you want to be successful in life, please reflect on yourself and apply traits to help you get to where you want to be. Both of these things have self in them. Self-discipline, self-awareness. It starts with self. Yeah. It comes from self. You can't help other people. You can't achieve great things unless you first look into yourself to do it.
Okay. True facts. And then I think onto the third principle then. I'll probably say you've got to stay focused. I know we've mentioned this, but you've got to stay focused. Yeah. Like that is another. It's so important because it's like losing focus is so easy. It's so easy.
But it's so easy.
It's ridiculous how easy it is because your brain by default will tell you not to do what you need to do. Like it'll look for the easy way out.
Yeah, shortcuts, innit?
Yeah, shortcuts, man. So
either you look for a shortcut or you don't think you can make it, and you find a distraction, and you
can literally talk yourself out of it.
Yeah, you could.
So it's one of those things where it's like staying focused is a deliberate thing.
There's one thing I'll say, like the hard part about being self-disciplined is this. Self-discipline is going to pick like your time, as I said, who you hang around with, your friends, and it'll pick the things you do in your spare time. Yeah. Everything you do is going to be aligned to that goal. Mm-hmm. Some friends you're going to outgrow, or some friends are not going to help you get to where you're going to go to. Mm-hmm. And it doesn't mean cut them off. It might mean spend less time with them. They're your friends. Maybe they refresh you in a different way, or they give you something in a different way. Yeah. You change friends. Literally, you will change friends. You will change, like, for instance, you change what you watch. Everything you watch is going to be kind of like help you focus on what you're doing. Maybe you might even limit to how much you watch things. How you eat will change. Like having the vision, and once you become disciplined and you start doing steps to get to where you're going, things will change around you. You got to be able and comfortable to accept that change. it's going to be hard because I feel like when things are changing in your life, you kind of don't want them to because it's a comfort zone.
Yeah.
And coming out of that comfort zone is tough.
Yeah.
Especially when your friends start saying, "Oh, we don't see you as much." And you're like, "Yo, I'm busy, man. I'm busy trying to get to where I want to go."
Yeah.
Then you have what you're watching, the time, your monies get spent differently. One of the things I'm trying to say is stay focused. Cut off the things you need to cut off to get there. Be ruthless in a sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was gonna like just pull that out.
Yeah, be ruthless in a sense, but don't when you start chilling less with some people or you start spending more time doing certain things, be ruthless about it, but not in a way that people are gonna hate you. Not savage, but be ruthless to yourself to achieve what you're gonna go, because those things will slow you down. And be honest with other people. Just say, this is where I want to go, and I don't want to be doing that because that's just taking me away from where I want to go.
And the people that support you will support you.
100%. 100%. In fact, some of your friends might even adapt things to help you get to where you're going.
Yeah, exactly. So, staying focused is like one of the most important things. And then another thing I want to add on to that as well is that this is the dark bit of self. Well, you might consider it as a dark bit, but then it comes to light afterwards. I.e., when you see the end of the light at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah.
It all makes sense after that, and that point is the fact that don't mistake self-discipline for like as if you're losing something.
Yeah.
Because like. You may be losing something, right? But the thing is, you're losing the good in your hand for the better of what you want to achieve.
But that's what like as you said, like if you want something in life, you gotta sacrifice.
You gotta trade. Because usually, like the way I found it works is that if I want something, I have to basically become. If I want something that's out of my reach, I have to become a different person, like a better version of myself.
Yeah.
In order to achieve that. Now, with that, obviously, I'm gonna have to like leave some things behind that I was doing, and then focus on how do I improve myself? Back to self-awareness again, right? So how do I improve myself? How do I become this person? But then that is like stepping out of my comfort zone, okay. But then I have to walk in that mindset that I am becoming this person, right? This new person in order to get where I want to go, right? But then there's certain things I'll be giving up that I might start thinking, oh my God, I can't believe I'm gonna leave this alone or whatever. Do you know what I mean? So
yeah.
But like I said,
that's what I'm saying. You're leaving your comfort zone.
Like
sometimes like let's just say you used to go out more often. Discipline does that thing where it simplifies your life so much.
Yeah,
like
it does. It really does.
Discipline simplifies your life so much in the sense like you don't do a lot of other things anymore. Like your head is not everywhere. You're so focused. Like if someone calls you and says, let's go somewhere, you're not just going to go there. People that normally don't have discipline in their life normally are not good with money. Normally they're just everywhere. Normally their life is dysfunction. There's some sort of discipline you have to always carry in life in order for you to have some sort of progress. The benefits of being disciplined means that your life is simple. Simple lives, I think people make simple lives sound like they're boring. Simple lives mean your money is good. And if you ever want to just do something out of the ordinary, then you can do it. It's because you do those things once in a while. It's like, how would you say? When you wake up in the morning, you don't want to go to work. You feel like, I don't want to go to work. Discipline is saying, that's my job. I'm going. I'm committed to that. Whereas with someone that's not disciplined, you'd be like, I don't feel like it today.
Or I'll take it one step further, yeah? So I think to give an example as well, say, I think discipline really kicks in when you have to do something that you won't see the immediate results for.
Yes, there you go.
Do you know what I mean? So like if you try to, if you need to do, you need to do something, right? But you're not going to see the result. The results are going to come in. Like, okay, back to the gym thing again, for example. Like I live like 6 months ahead of where I am right now. Right? So I believe, and I've clocked, this is how my body works. Like whatever I'm doing now, right? I'm going to get the benefits 6 months down the line.
Yeah.
Similarly, if I stop doing the things I'm doing, I'm going to see the results of what I'm not doing 6 months down the line. And at that point, it's like, it's not a quick fix after that. It's, okay, now I need another 6 months to sort of fix this to get back to where I want to go. That's usually, like, most things in life, you don't just, there's some certain things that you can, decisions, for example, you can flick a switch and you've made a change, right? But for things that you want to, like, manifest and like change physically, it doesn't happen very quickly. No. And then you get people like trying to get quick fixes and whatever.
Quick fixes always never build a character to hold. If you get something quick, you don't learn the lessons that you need to learn to sustain that thing. So you will fall at one point, and you won't be able to get back to the top because you didn't learn the lessons in between to get there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's some 100%. Building blocks that happen during growth that you have to go through the long process. But if you take a shortcut, you're going to miss all those building blocks that will sustain you at the top when you get there.
Yeah, man.
But I think we've covered almost everything for episode 2.
Yeah, it's just you go your clothes and I go my clothes, bro.
We're getting used to this. So, guys, if you have anything that you want us to talk about, please comment. Feel free to comment, subscribe, like. We're going to try and be more consistent. Thank you for tuning in, and thank you for tuning in the last episode. Thank you guys for everything and the support.
So I'm going to finish off with, like, say, stay focused. Do what you need to do every day to get where you want to be. And just remember, obviously, we started off with self-awareness. So self-awareness is knowing self and then trying to improve self. Now, obviously, we just covered self-discipline. Is a thing, basically realizing that you need to do the things you need to do, whether you're going to see the results immediately or not. You need to force yourself to do that until it becomes a habit, and then you don't really have to think about it anymore. And then before you know it, you'll be on your way. That's pretty much it right there.
We out. I'm just like you.